And that's, the third game where we've had chances to win the game at the end, and we weren't able to. And it's not probably, that group will not be on the court to close games in the regular season. You can take the probably out of it. And that's not a knock on those guys, but, we're going to be closing with that starting group. And valuable experience for those guys to be in those situations. Zeke, obviously, he fouled the jump shooter in Golden State and did it again tonight. Great learning opportunity. I mean, those are kind of mistakes that you cannot make and give up a 4-point play when you're trying to close out a game. But to be honest, my bigger frustration is one, the turnovers. I mean, 35 assists on 38 field goals is phenomenal, but to have 23 turnovers for 36 points is unacceptable. And 20 of those came from our bench. That bench unit, I told them at halftime, like, I don't know if guys are really comfortable because they assume they're going to be playing minutes, but they better stop assuming that. It's everybody's fighting for something. And I thought that bench unit in that second quarter, I think it was 13-4 to start, 20-7 to start that quarter. And, our starters have played great. I mean, if you look at the plus minus tonight, our starters were in the game, we were up 20. And the bench came in the game and we were down 22. We lost by 2 points. So it's just finding a group of guys on that bench that can kind of sustain a lead and play well. And obviously Bones scored the ball tonight, but he had 6 turnovers. He's got to take care of the basketball. That's a big thing for him and us as a team. And obviously that was the toughest part about the game tonight. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. I mean, I thought he was, the beginning of that third quarter, was great. The ball movement, guys getting to the corner, playing for each other. And then what seems to happen, Mike, is like we get a lead and then we go away from what got us a lead. So right after that, they call a timeout, they cut it to 2 because dribble into a crowd, all the things we preached all day long, and we just struggle with that. So we have to find a way to stay true to our identity for as close to 48 as possible. And those experiences that Bones got tonight were, those are invaluable. Playing with that starting unit, to your point, he played 29 minutes, scored 21 points, had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a lot of great things, but we lost the game tonight because of turnovers. Yeah, I think everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. I mean, from, fouling the jump shooter, we get beat off the bounce, this one-on-one containment. There's no one to give help. We give up a wide open layup. We're hugged up on the weak side. So again, obviously, I think you much rather teach and learn after a win, but these are invaluable clips and film to watch for our guys. Starters, second unit, third unit, whoever it is, to try to not make the same mistakes that we've made in that first 3 games. I told our guys, we have 12 days until the season opens. So we'll be off tomorrow, and I think Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before we fly to OKC are really important days for us. We just can't have this thought process that we can show up on the 20th in Phoenix, a team that swept us, and everything's just gonna, flip of a switch, be okay. We got to start trending in the right direction. Hopefully that starts on Sunday heading into OKC. Coach, you said you were aiming for 43s the game before the Warriors game. You guys got up 58 tonight. Did you like those looks? Did you like the aggression from deep? I think, I'll have to watch the film, Katie. A lot of them I did like. Even in that second quarter when we couldn't stop them at all, but we struggled to score, I felt a lot of those shots were really good shots. They just weren't going down. But there are also some that were not great, I know for a fact. So we'll go back and chart them. If you're generating the right types of threes, I don't put a cap on a number. Obviously we're hoping to make 15, take 40, be around 38%. And tonight, obviously, to your point, we were 21 for 58. So I think some were good and some we can definitely get better shots. You mentioned the starters have been really good. Just how pleased are you with what they've been putting on the floor? Yeah, overall, it's been great. I mean, obviously, Nicole did not play in that first game, but I thought our first unit had some pretty good possessions. I think against the Clippers, to be honest, our third quarter was our best quarter with our main group out there. Um, our starters versus their starters in Golden State, I believe we were up by 17 in the first quarter. Tonight, I think we got up by 15 with our starters on the floor. And not just the lead and the points, but almost like how we're playing. I think we've had pretty good defensive possessions and getting back to playing the right way. We had, again, 35 assists on 38 field goals. That is a phenomenal number. Unfortunately, in the first game, as you know, Kate, we only had 20 assists against Clippers, 28 against Golden State, 35 tonight. So that's who we need to be, and we have to continue to do that.
You mentioned before the game, the Wolves were creating a lot of turnovers in their preseason game. They switched their defensive scheme to something a little bit similar to what you guys run, with a level, with more pressure on the ball. Did you find that tonight some of it was a difference in what kind of pressure they were facing, or do you think it was just sloppiness?
No, I mean, that's what they do. I mean, last year, the Minnesota Timberwolves led the NBA in points scored off turnovers. So whether they change their coverage in terms of being up at the level or not, they are a very aggressive, long, athletic team. They do a really good job in the passing lanes. They had 11 steals tonight. And all things that are correctable, but also, Matt, things that we talked about today. And that's the most frustrating thing about it. You know that against them, you cannot fuel their break. And we did exactly that tonight. We had so many chances to win that game, but we kept on beating ourselves, whether it's the turnovers, whether it's just ill-advised plays at inopportune times. All those factored into us losing in overtime tonight. So give them credit. I mean, they forced those turnovers, and we kind of fed into how they were guarding and got caught playing into a crowd and over-dribbling. I say if they're not here, they don't get a question. Let's stay loyal to the people that came in person. Yeah. We
Am I,
having technical difficulties again?
am I on here? Can you hear me, Coach Malone?
I can't hear anything.
Was that a joke, or can you actually hear me?
He's messing with you.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, it looked like, I know there's only been 2 games, so you haven't seen too many minutes of them together, but with Michael Porter and Nikola Jokic, it seemed like they had some good possessions tonight together. And have you seen any positive developments in their chemistry together so far?
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is the first game they played together in the preseason. I think we started to see the development of that on-court chemistry last season. And the more Michael understands and buys in and commits to passing and cutting with how big he is and what a big target he is and the great passer that Nikola is, something good is going to happen. Michael will get the ball at the rim for an easy layup, or he's going to collapse the defense, which will open up things on the perimeter. So that is a relationship that is ongoing, it's evolving, and it's only getting better, and we needed to. Those 2 guys, obviously, with Jamal Murray out, are going to be really, really important to how well we're able to play this season. All right, thank you, everybody. Great questions tonight.